Georgie's The Big Bang Theory confession spoils how he'll fail George in first marriage. The first glimpse into the aftermath of George Sr.'s death was given by Georgie Cooper in The Big Bang Theory Season 11, but that also inadvertently spoiled his goal's outcome in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. While the parent series briefly mentioned the tragedy the Cooper family suffered when George Sr. suddenly died, it was young Sheldon that greatly focused on the Coopers' dynamics until George's death and Sheldon's move to Caltech. George Sr. dying in Young Sheldon Season 7. Episode 12 nevertheless gave TBP's prequel series little time to show how the Coopers adjusted to their life without George. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, starting months after George Sr.'s death, guaranteed its focus would at least partly be on how Georgie, Missy, and Mary fared without the Cooper patriarch. If the sequel's episodes 1 and 2 reintroduced Georgie's family in their new role to audiences, it's Georgie and Mandy's first marriage Season 1, Episode 5, Thanksgiving, that shows how George Sr.'s death really affected the Coopers. From Georgie trying so hard to let them celebrate all together to Mary wishing to cancel the holiday altogether, and Missy refusing to feel, Thanksgiving painted a harrowing picture of the Cooper state. The Big Bang Theory revealed that Georgie failed to keep the Coopers together after George's death. First marriage's focus on Georgie wanting to keep them together adds depth to his TBBT retelling. Georgie's main goal in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage episode 5 was to let the Coopers celebrate Thanksgiving together, keeping them close on a difficult day, the first Thanksgiving without George Sr., instead of having them face the pain of the holiday alone. He went to great lengths to make it possible, repeatedly asking Mary and Missy, deeply wanting Mary not to be alone on the day. Seeing how united the Coopers were in Young Sheldon and how fractured they are in first marriage nonetheless highlights how Georgie ultimately fails, no matter his best intentions and efforts. Sheldon was shocked to learn Mary wasn't the rock he remembered, but also that he wasn't able to offer support to his family, because Georgie didn't tell him about it. While Georgie's success in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage Season 1, Episode 5 is undeniable, his confession in The Big Bang Theory Season 11 proved he didn't keep the Coopers together. This couldn't be more evident in Sheldon's shock to learn Georgie had tried to pick up after Mary and Missy. Indeed, Sheldon was shocked to learn Mary wasn't the rock he remembered, but also that he wasn't able to offer support to his family, because Georgie didn't tell him about it. Coupled with first marriage's portrayal of the Coopers, Georgie's TBBT confession makes their future bleaker. The Coopers will never exist again as a family unit after Young Sheldon. First marriage's painful reality proves the Coopers will never be as united. Young Sheldon often proved how unlike one another the Coopers were, but it also made a point to show their unity never wavering. Instead, George Sr.'s death in Young Sheldon Season 7 hit them where it mattered. Mary pushed to keep everyone together in Young Sheldon, and yet she's the first to leave the other Coopers to themselves in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, agreeing to Missy spending time with her friend and wanting to be alone. Such a future could be anticipated by the Coopers in Big Bang Theory, but it's sadder to see them apart in first marriage. While Mary often appeared to help Sheldon in The Big Bang Theory, Georgie and Missy's relative absence showed how the Coopers weren't close anymore. Although Sheldon's siblings both appeared in TBBT, it was never due to a Cooper's reunion, instead only passing by in California, or because of a problem prompted by Sheldon's actions. Considering how common the Coopers' family dinners were in Young Sheldon, Big Bang Theory's state of things is seemingly kick-started in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, making the aftermath of George's death all the more heartbreaking.